Hey guys, my name is Jonah Fox, and today I want to give you 7 suggestions on new harmonica books that will help you learn more about the instrument and just teach you all sorts of new songs and licks. Before we get started with the list, I just want to let you know that I have Amazon links down in the description of this video that help support this channel. So if you want to pick one of these books up, click the link down below in the description. Okay, the first 2 books on this list are harmonica method books. These are supposed to teach you how to play, right? The first of these is Blues Harmonica for Dummies by Winslow Yerxa. Now, this is kind of a complicated recommendation from me because I think this book is actually really good. There's a ton of info here. The organization is really good. However, I found that for myself and students that I've talked to, most of them have tried this book. It's pretty well known in this community and it hasn't helped them much. And I don't think it's because the information here is bad. I just think there's so much information and it's so hard to keep yourself motivated going through it. It's just easy to get overwhelmed and get stuck. Now, with that said, if you patiently work through this book, it could really help you. I think it's a good overall look at the harmonica and all the info is spot on. There's also a bunch of musical examples and lists of songs you can learn as you develop your skills as well. I suggest this to beginner harmonica players, but you have to be aware that you may have an easier time learning from videos or courses in comparison to books. This one's going to take you a long time to work through. Next on this list is Rock and Blues Harmonica by John Gindick. Well, the purpose of this book is the same as Blues Harmonica for Dummies. The presentation is completely different. Now, just like that book, this book goes through all the main topics that are really relevant for most blues and rock harmonica players, but the information is presented in a very laid back and casual way, using stories and illustrations to get the point across. It doesn't go quite as deep as the previous book, but I think it's a more enjoyable experience that is easier to work through. There are a lot of riffs taught in this book, but less full songs or studies than most players need, I think. I think this is really good for beginning harmonica players if you take the time to properly read through things and understand the concepts that he's trying to teach here. Now, real quick, instead of a book, maybe you just need to get your practice sessions in order, okay? It really matters what you're doing every day, and I'm going to teach you exactly what you can do if you check out my free Harmonica Accelerator course. I'm going to go over exactly what you should be doing in your practice sessions so you make consistent progress, not just day to day, but week to week and month to month. You can access that for free. The link is down below in the description, so go check it out. The next type of book you should consider is a songbook. Now, most harp players I know just don't learn enough songs, so getting a songbook should at least help with getting reliable tabs and accompanying backing tracks. Now, I've worked through Hal Leonard's first 50 songs you should play on harmonica, and it's pretty decent for learning some popular and traditional songs in first position. But if you're more focused on like blues playing, there's also books for that too. Some suggestions I have are Slow Blues Harmonica or Chicago Blues. These books are both written by Steve Cohen and published by Hal Leonard. I like these Hal Leonard books because they give you the audio, so you can practice each section by ear and even slow them down if you have the technology. If you don't care about the audio and you just want a lot of real classic harmonica songs, then I really suggest you pick up the book Blues Harmonica Collection, which is a really solid resource for just learning a whole bunch of blues songs. It's a little less approachable than compared to other songbooks, but there's a lot of good music here and it's all tabbed out correctly. If this video is helping you, would you do me a favor and click the like button? It helps tell YouTube's robots that this video is doing good and more people should see it. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks. All right, the next type of book is a book of licks or riffs. Really, these are there to give you ideas when you're improvising. It doesn't mean you're always going to play the exact riff or lick that is taught in any of these books. These are just getting you the ideas in your head of different ways of connecting different notes and different rhythms that you can play. Now, there's 2 that I want to point out here. The first one is 100 Easy Blues Harmonica Licks by Yvonne Perrin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so just keep that in mind. This is decent for beginners as the licks don't get super complicated and you can learn these one by one to give you ideas when you are improvising. Now, I think that first book is really good because everything is relatively simple. A good chunk of the book doesn't even have bends. But if that's too easy for you, then the next step up is 100 Authentic Blues Harmonica Licks by Steve Cohen again and published by Hal Leonard. These are good, just noticeably harder than the other book. Try picking one of these up for yourself and see how it affects your improvisation. The last type of book I'm going to mention is a book of harmonica exercises. Now, Now, there's a bunch that I haven't tried, so I'm going to recommend a new book that I have tried, which is Howard Levy's Rhythms of the Breath. Howard reinterprets drum rudiments for use on the harmonica. It's really a clever concept because drummers have to deal with this bounce up and down of their sticks on the drum, and they learn all of these drum rudiments to help them out with rhythm and also help them out with drumming patterns, right? The thing about harmonica is we have this blow and draw pattern, and that has been mapped onto the harmonica by taking drum rudiments and just kind of breaking them down and turning them into harmonica exercises. Now, I really think that this book is great for improving your mechanical abilities to just move around the harmonica and play in new breath patterns. I really like the concept of this book, and I'm really curious on how this would affect a beginner harmonica player. I'm a guitarist, and I used to try all sorts of scale and fretboard studies that give similar benefits to these exercises, so I get the idea. I think it's pretty effective, and I bet this will help. Personally, I just need time to see how these affect my playing before really judging these exercises, but I can say that spending some time on these exercises helps me get extremely warmed up and ready to play other music. I would say this is best for intermediate or above level players who are ready for some serious study, though I think everyone in general could benefit from some of the easier exercises. Now, if you want to learn more about this book and my thoughts on it, let me know and maybe I will make a review. If you want to pick up some extra harmonica gear, then I suggest you watch this video up here where I go over 7 harmonica accessories you should try. That's it for this week, and I'll see you next time. Peace.